exactly you were asking of Caliente, which was?
Sure. We were very clear from the start. You know, first and foremost, we wanted to ensure that this doesn't happen to anyone else again, and we've been clear with them from the start. So we said, you know, they have to have a policy that complies with New York City law. Now that's pretty simple. It's already New York City law. It should be a no-brainer. But they have to do regular and ongoing training for their staff to ensure that they are complying with that policy and with New York City law.
Because their staff has demonstrated that they're not complying with
Absolutely.
the law.
And they've demonstrated an insensitivity to the community, and they've demonstrated a lack of understanding of what the law's requirements are. And the third thing we said was, you must compensate Khadijah for the violation of her civil rights. You know, this is a community that has worked too hard to gain the rights it has. They don't just get tossed aside with an offer of come back for a free meal. Like, no, thank you.
Right.
Well, you've been subjected to public humiliation as well as concrete damages. Certainly you should get compensation. So then you asked the restaurant to meet to discuss this.
And this was helped along by local politicians, including Chris Quinn and Tom Duane, I believe.
Correct.
State Senator.
Sure.
Okay.
And, you know, we went in with the highest hopes that, you know, perhaps we could have a meeting of the minds, perhaps a lawsuit could still be averted, you know, this sort of last clear chance to avoid what's coming next. And it was made very clear to us by them that they are not there for a serious negotiation, that they will not consider compensation of any sort, and we can't work with them in that kind of a setup. And so the next step for us is to file suit.
And the next step for this community better be to boycott this place. I mean, I'm going to, you know, I'm calling for a boycott of the place right now.
And further demonstrations.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely boycott the Caliente Cab Company. Tell your friends not to go there, and come to the demonstrations on Sundays at 1 o'clock. Khadijah, this is not the first time you've gone through something like this. You were telling us a story earlier about when you were working at a health club. Talk about that.
Yes. I had just started working out. I had gotten hired as a manager at this particular health club here in the city, and I knew pretty much that when I went into the ladies' locker room that there was going to be an issue. I just felt it coming. It happens all the time. So first day I go in, I'm greeted with this older woman who tells me that I should probably wear a sign if I want to come inside.
Wear a sign?
Wear a sign that says that I'm a female. You know, this is what her thought was. This was her opinion. And you know, so I had to think of what to say to this person, A, in order not to lose my job, and B, not to come across, you know, rude, because I'm not necessarily offended by what people think. I could care less what people think of me, to be honest with you. So I just very kindly told her, you know, I'll wear a sign that says that I'm a female when you wear a sign that says that I'm a human being. And that was the end of the story. And actually, the woman in question, her and I actually had coffee every Monday morning after that. So, you know, it was a bit of an education towards her as well. And she was very apologetic, and she understood.
And the thing in life is that we do all need to be educated on a daily basis about all sorts of issues. But are we willing to learn and be educated, or are we going to, you know, get the bouncer to throw people out?
You know, it's a shame that still in 2007 that we're still afraid of what we don't know. And that's what it boils down to. It you know, boils down to ignorance. Point blank and simple. Dot. I mean, it doesn't get any clearer than that. When you're not educated on something, when you don't know, you know, how to deal with something, you handle it like this. This is how it's handled. And it's pretty sad and pretty devastating as well.
How many cases like this do you handle, Michael? Complaints do you get? Do you hear about?
You know, this is the first case we've handled with a non-transgender person. Obviously, we're transgender legal defense. Most of our clients are transgender, but we don't limit it to that. We will work on any issue of discrimination on the basis of gender identity or gender expression. We do see lots of cases involving our transgender clients that are so extreme. I mean, we have clients who are arrested by the police, who are...
You were here with Helena Stone,
Absolutely.
who worked at the Grand Central Terminal.
And won that case.
Absolutely. And, you know, we
Congratulations
have...
on
Thank you. And, you know, we have clients who go to such extreme lengths to avoid using bathrooms, who, you know, don't drink liquids because they don't want to have to go to the bathroom. We have clients who go to the bathroom in a cup, you know, because they don't want to go into a public place because it doesn't feel safe to them, because they might be harassed by other people, or, you know, as in the case of Helena, by police or security.
Well, people can get more information about your work and contacting you on your website,
transgenderlegal.org.
Excuse me,
sure.
transgenderlegal.org.
Yes.
And we thank you for your work, and mostly we thank you, Khadijah, for standing up.
Again, I
doing
thank
this.
you for having me here, both of you. I appreciate
We wish you luck. We'll be following your case.
Yes,
you for
keep
your
us
support.
informed
Absolutely.
so we can tell our viewers.
And we'll be out there protesting on Sunday at 1
1
o'clock
p.m.
at the restaurant
7th Avenue and Bleecker Street,
until they buckle.
or close. All right, thank you very much,
Thank you.
and we'll be right back with AIDS News. You know, we call this segment